Oh, yeah.
Hi, welcome back to the New Shelves. I'm Judy.
And I'm Michael.
We're back for our top 100 board game of all time. Today we're going to talk about 21 to 30.
Woohoo!
Number 30. Can I go first?
Sure. Go ahead.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're getting into some pretty great games here.
So number 30 is my size.
Your size.
It's very colorful.
Very colorful.
It's enchanted plumes.
Oh, yeah.
We are assembling the feather and to create a peacock.
Peacocks, yes.
So this is kind of a card drafting.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, there are some cards displayed, and those cards from number 0 to number 6.
Yeah.
And there are different colors of feather.
Yeah.
And on your turn, you just basically place a card. You can start a new peacock plume or place your card on a plume that you already previously set up.
Yes.
You build as long as you want, but not too long because you're going to backfire later.
Yeah.
Once you decide, okay, I'm going to stop here, you go down to the next row. You just match any color on the previous row.
Yep.
But now that row is locked. And then you just keep building down like
A
down
reverse pyramid.
Yeah. And at the end, when it goes down to 2 cards, and then you put the last row, which is 1 card. Now that one is a hidden. You put it upside down. So no one knows what number of card you put down. Now here's the thing. At the end, those numbers on the top rows are minus points.
Yes.
So you want to use probably the lowest card.
Your zeros, ones.
0 as possible.
Yeah.
So that is very fun.
I kind of forgot about this game. It's good.
Yeah.
You know what? It's probably one of my favorite card games.
Yeah, but it's nice, small size, and it's very colorful.
Yeah.
I want to say it's family friendly because it's very easy to teach.
Sure.
That's my 30.
Cool. So my number 30 is, it's part of a series of games, and I actually have another one in the same series higher on my list. And there's a reason why this is on my list, and I'll tell you. Okay, my number 30 is Undaunted Battle of Britain.
Oh, yes.
The Undaunted series, but this one is Battle of Britain. It's not my favorite Undaunted game, but it is a good game. But the reason why it's so high on my list is because there's something very unique about it, and I appreciate it so much. So basically, the Undaunted series, they're all similar. They all take place in World War II. Battle of Britain is airplanes. It's just a dice chucker and a deck builder. And each game has many different scenarios that play out real scenarios that happen in World War II and things like that. But this entire game consists of airplanes. You are flying airplanes.
Yes.
And the mechanics of the game make you feel like you're actually flying airplanes. It immerses you so deep into it. And by that, what I mean is how you move, and then you can attack and fire, but you can't just turn in midair like an airplane can. It actually really makes you feel like you have to plan your trajectory, and you have to pass your opponents and then slowly circle around and come back. And the way you're planning your strategy, you really have to take into account how the airplanes fly. And I thought that was so cool because I'd never quite experienced anything like that. And all these games, I love them because they have so many different scenarios, so they're all a little bit different. But yeah, super fun, super great. The reason why it's so high on my list is because of that mechanic of flying your airplanes. I just thought it was super unique.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's my number 30.
30. Okay. Number 29, we're talking about Rescue. Flashpoint.
Oh, yes! Flashpoint. Oh, fun.
Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Okay. This sounds brutal, and I'm so sorry if it sounds brutal.
Yeah.
People might explode when they're on the toilet. That's brutal.
That's the best part of the game.
So
somebody can be on the toilet.
This game is super fun. Building is on fire. There are animals, there are kids, there are residents, there are people on the toilet or not.
Okay, stop with the toilet.
Yeah, so you're breaking through different doors
Yeah.
and your fire engine is going different spot and moving around and you're sending your firefighter. It is so, I want to say chaos, but no, it's not chaos. So much fun.
Oh, I love it. I didn't think this, because you don't like games that you're feeling chased or your time's running out.
Yeah, but this one is firefighting and
Okay.
you're helping and the fire expresses so fast
Yeah.
that you just like panicking because it's so chaotic. But at the same time, it's kind of funny someone got exploded on the toilet.
Okay, enough with the toilet.
So it is fun.
Yeah,
It's
super
my
fun.
29
Yeah, and I always have the app so that when
fire engine.
when I drive the fire engine around the board, then I have to put the sirens on.
Yeah,
Super fun.
Big child.
Big child.
Good fun.
Oh, great. Oh, I love that game.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, my number 29 is a pretty simple game.
Yeah.
I don't think you like it as much as I do, but I just love the theme, and I always bring this game out at Halloween, and it is Horrified.
I'm horrified.
I
hold
can't...
on.
Okay.
Hold on. That is the one with Frankenstein.
Frankenstein,
Okay.
Dracula.
I'm okay with that one.
Wolfman.
I'm okay with that
Yeah.
one. It's not as scary as Cthulhu. I'm okay with
Okay,
that one.
okay.
I actually have fun playing with you with that one.
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
fine.
enough.
Whew.
Okay. Now, I can probably say that I don't actually think the game itself is the 29th best game ever made, because it's pretty basic.
Mhm.
But when you add the theme in, which I love, because I grew up watching all of those movie monsters, right?
Yes.
And then just playing it around Halloween, I love Halloween, and I love that time of year, and I love the Mummy and Dracula, and
Yes.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I love that. Really plays a part into why I like it so much.
It is really fun.
It is fun. So it's a co-op, basically. And you can add different monsters in. You can play against 2 monsters or 3 or 4 different monsters. And each one has a different way that you defeat them. And you're just going around trying to collect items and relics to accomplish these missions. And you're saving the villagers. Yeah, pretty basic, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think the theme, because I grew up with it, it doesn't terrify me as much as
No,
Cthulhu.
for sure. Right. They don't feel, I mean, I know they're movie monsters, but that's more fun because we grew up with it.
Yeah.
They're not like actual demons and stuff chasing you.
Yeah.
But this is a really good example, and I think this actually could be a whole nother video, but this is a really good example of, many times theme matters.
Yes.
Because if this was a different theme, but the same game, I don't think it would be as high on my list.
No.
I love that theme, and I play it solo. I think I played it 10 different times last Halloween, just by myself. I just love it. Love it. Horrified. 29.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Number 28, I played this game on BGA. We don't have a copy. I wish we have.
Okay.
The designers are Taiwanese, my hometown, and it's called Loco Momo.
Oh!
It's
I've never played it.
Cute. Super cute. So you're a photographer in the forest of Loco Momo trying to capture those animals like rabbits, squirrel, bears, eagles, and all that. There are some scoreboards that you're going to build your own pattern with rows of the same tiles or different tiles. And how you get those tiles are from the forest.
Okay.
So there are grids of animals on it, and each animal, their movement is different. When those animals do their movement and they end in that 2x2, if they have the same tile, you take them off and place on your board. And that's how you do your scoring.
Okay.
It's really simple, really fun. It's on BGA. I wish I have a copy, but I don't.
Huh. Wow, I've never played it.
It's very quick, very easy, not much to think about.
Okay.
But the movement is very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
I like it.
Very cool. Okay, my number 28 is... this is my favorite board game ever that would also win the ugliest board game ever.
Oh.
It's called The Golden Ages.
I was going to say. It's your top list of ugly
games. But it is great. It's a Civ game. It's just a fantastic, straight up Civ game. I think the reason why this is so high on my list is just because of, I guess, the simplicity of it. for lack of a better word, in that, yeah, you are just like a Civ game. You are just building up your technology or building up your transportation or building up your military, just like most Civ games. But you can really focus on a different strategy when you play this game. We played it with 4 of our main board game group, and we all went in completely different strategies. We had completely different ways, and the person who won ended up just being super rich and had all the money, and his economy was just going crazy, and it was just money, 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 and he won. But I was going more transportation. I was trying to get as far as I could. I got up to like rocket ships and stuff, and I came close. Completely different strategies. But that's why I love it.
Yeah.
You can just go off on these completely different tracks. And then there's some fighting that you can kind of get in each other's way and things like that.
It sounds like very standard Civ game.
Standard Civ game. There's different every time you upgrade something, you get different bonuses.
Yeah.
And then there's different cards that come out for different ages, and you actually get to choose your card. Do you want to upgrade to a new card or keep the same card? But as the card's abilities get stronger, then you have higher numbers on them, which means you lose player order and things like. And there's lots of little things to think about. Super fun, super great, lots of combos, lots of strategy. My kind of game.
Yeah.
Love it.
Sounds like, yeah.
Ugly.
Sounds like...
Ugly, ugly, ugly game.
No offense.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is the best.
It totally. And it's the thing in the map in the middle is really cool because it's open. And you are building the map with tiles by putting how it's created, which I think is really cool.
Civilization,
right?
Yeah, you're building it.
Yeah,
That's
very cool. Yeah. Ugly.
Number 27, ladies and gentlemen, the first game ever, I think, brought me into this hobby. Splendor.
Oh, yeah. I should have guessed that for sure.
Yeah. So Splendor is very classic. Everyone knows. Probably bring a lot of people into this hobby as well.
Absolutely.
It's collecting gems.
Yeah.
What don't you like about gems, right?
Totally.
All the good gems. But the set collection.
Yep.
I think the mechanism really attract me. It's my kind of game.
Absolutely.
Where you just scatter and then you trade in and you attract noble, which I never get to do that because I don't have a strategy for that.
I mean, this game's so well loved that they have many different themes now, right? Like there's a Marvel one and some other things. Yeah.
Okay, that's mine.
Cool. Very good choice. I knew it was going to be on your list.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 27 is from another kind of series, or at least trilogy of games.
Another one?
That we love.
Okay. Gotta be Shem Phillips.
It's a Shem Phillips game, and this one is Architects of the West Kingdom.
Boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom,
it's
boom,
such
boom.
a great game. And I'm just talking about the base game. There are expansions that you can add on to it. I don't think the expansions do much to Architects, but I think the base game's fantastic. Shem Phillips does this really, really well, where most of their games are worker placement with a twist. And this twist is something I love. This idea. So you have a board and you have spots where you can go and you place your workers you can go to the forest to collect wood. You can go to the mines to get stones. You get all these different things. And what I love about it is if you put a worker there, you get one. If you put another worker there later, now you've got 2 there. Now you get 2. If you still have 2 workers there on another turn, you put 3 workers there. Now you get 3. So the more workers you build up in one spot, you are producing more.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I love. Your opponents can capture you and send you to jail.
That's why we love this game so much.
It's so great. It's like, okay, Judie is getting way too many people up there in the forest and getting way too much wood there. I'm going to capture all of her people. They're up to no good, and I'm going to send them to jail. But when I send them to jail, I'm selling them to jail, so I'm getting money per head. It's so cool. And then there's a track on the side where you can go up and down your reputation, and it's basically whether you're good or bad.
Yeah, or black market.
The black market, right?
Yeah.
Where you can dabble in the black market, and then it goes down. And, you can go up and build at the cathedral, and it's just a lot going on for worker placement, but just that simple mechanic of building up in certain locations and then your opponents can capture you and send you to jail. It's just, I love it.
So
love
fun.
it, love it, love it.
26, Verdant.
Oh, good game. Yeah.
Verdant. Where should I start?
Yeah.
It's got the mechanism of Calico where you choose the color or pattern kind of abstract.
Yeah.
And it also got the Cascadia's mechanism of where you draft a card.
Yeah.
You have to draft a set.
Yeah.
Where in the middle there's also the token. And you kind of need to decide what worked best. And it's just so fun. It's very relaxing. You're arranging the plans and your interior
layout, design. Yeah, your
basically.
layout. Yeah.
So it's really just up my alley.
Yeah.
And outside of those cards at the border, there are the light requirement for the plants that needs. And if you meet that requirement, you get the virgin token.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty cool.
It's very cool, very relaxing, and I love it.
Yeah. It's so neat that thematic element of different plants need different light requirements, but as you're setting up your apartment or whatever, different light is coming in from different areas, and it affects the way your plants grow. And I think it's pretty cool. Great game. Great. Hey, that's another trilogy. That's from the Verdant, Calico, and Cascadia.
Yeah.
Hilarious. So my number 26 is a game that, I love this game so much. It's a Wonderful World. Such a great card drafting, engine building game, and I just love it. There's a couple things in it that I really, really like. The game itself is great, but there's a couple little bits in there that really pushed it over the edge for me. So basically it's card drafting in that you have 7 cards in your hand, you keep one, pass the rest to the next people, and they go around the table until you have 7 cards. Now, once you have your 7 cards, you can either get them ready to build in your engine or recycle them. If you recycle them, you just discard them, but you get a little resource. And that's a really neat way of building resources and not having too many cards in your hand. But what I love about this game is as you are collecting resources, you are putting them on cards in order to be able to build them. Now, you at the end of each round, in order, you are also collecting production. Okay? And each of your built cards produces.
Yeah.
Now, there's a really cool little bonus, I'm going to say, because you always produce the colors of resources in order.
Yeah.
So in your brain, what you can do is if you know that green is going to produce, and I know that I'm going to have, with that production, enough to build a new location that can be built, if it's built in this round, then later down the road, maybe when the blue's produced, I can produce it. Yep. So you're trying to line them up so that you're producing things in order throughout each round. So you can use that order of production in the way you build your cards. And I just love it because it is totally, it's my kind of game.
It is the first couple of times seriously, my mind just exploded.
It's
so hard.
It can be for sure.
Yeah.
But I also love to be able to take a card and be like, nope, I think Judie needs this card, so I better just keep it and I'll recycle it later. Because remember, you're passing your cards on to the next person.
Yeah. See, that's where it just broke in here. Because I already had a plan and I already think of 5 steps and I try to remember them and then you took something and I went, oh, come on.
Right?
Come on.
You have 2 cards you want, but you can only take one and pass the rest and you just hope it comes back around to you. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But super, super fantastic game.
Yes.
It got quite a bit of love when it first came out, but nobody talks about it anymore. And I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful. My number 25, Canopy.
Canopy, yes.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
So you are building your forest.
Yes.
On your turn, you get to look at the first deck of cards.
Yes.
And if there's no cards you want, you put it back and add more cards.
Yeah.
And then you move on to the next one. Do the same. If you move on to the third one, you cannot skip it. You have to take it.
Exactly.
And then you just build it in your tableau. There could be tree trunk.
Yeah.
It could be sun. It could be water. Hazard, drought, disease.
Animals, plants, all different things. They all score differently.
Yeah, different combos. Yeah. And you're building your scoring system in your tableau. And it's just really cool. Your tree trunk can be different score point too.
Yep.
So the higher you build, sometimes you might get a 0, but if you get really high up and you cap it up, there's also a score point for the highest tree as well.
No, totally.
It's really cool.
It's pretty neat because some of the plants, they score where it's if you have 1 at the end of the round, you get 2 points. If you have 2 of the same one, you get, I don't know, 5 points. But if you have 3 of the same one, then you get minus points.
Yeah.
So sometimes at the very end of the round, you pull over that last deck and you're stuck with cards you don't want.
Yeah.
And you have to take them. But you also don't want to pass on decks too much because you're adding cards so that other people can get more cards.
And you kind of know what's in there.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Combine those. I know what card is there and you drawing this card. At the same time, you're building your scoring systems that somebody might take the 3rd card, which give you more points, or left you 2 cards, which minus points, and you're just going crazy there.
Yeah. Pretty. You can play that into your strategy for sure. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Okay. My number 25 is, it's kind of another nature themed game, and parks.
I was going to say Earth.
Not Earth.
Beautiful.
Earth is not on my top 100. Parks, number 25. Beautiful. There's a couple of expansions that go with it. They're fine, but Parks base game, love it.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. Perfect size box. The inserts are awesome. The cards are beautiful. The components are super nice. And the game is perfect.
It's just very relaxing.
It's pretty relaxing. You're basically moving your hiker down the trail and you can only move forward. You can move as far as you want, but you can only ever move forward. And each spot on the trail, you can do different things, collecting different resources, sun or water. You can get camping gear, which help you along the way. But ultimately, you're trying to visit different national parks. And you just have to spend resources once you get to the end of the trail. That's basically it.
Yeah.
But there's just something about it. I just love it.
Yeah.
Love it. It's such a great little game.
Yes. I love how the cards get to shuffle. So every time you play, they're at a different location.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
really cool.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Yeah. Parks.
Number 24. Speaking about classic games I love. This one is really, really old. Like, really old. Chess.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, fair enough.
Yeah, chess. It's very classic.
Yep.
I'm not expert at it, but I always have fun playing it.
Of course.
And especially when I can just pull it out and play with kids and it's quick.
Yep.
I, growing up, played Chinese chess with my mom.
Yeah.
That's my best memory I have with her, and it's amazing. And I'm glad now we have the memory with kids.
Our kids love it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always.
Perfect.
Chess.
Of course. Why? Yeah, chess is there. There's a reason why chess has been around for so long and people still play it.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
I love it.
Of course. Okay, my number 24 is a pretty fantastic game. Dune Imperium.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door. Dune Imperium. You can play it with 2 players, but you'll have to have a dummy player. So essentially it's a 3-player game.
Yeah.
Worker placement, deck builder, takes after the Dune
the science
theme,
fiction.
right?
Yeah.
And it's your basic deck builder, except what this one adds, and I love it, is when you go to certain locations, you can start to add troops to the battleground. And at the end of every round, a battle takes place. So you have to have certain amount of troops that have gone there based on different locations you went to.
Yeah.
And then you have some cards in your hand that you can add at the end of the round to make your troops stronger.
Yeah.
And then whoever wins the battle gets the bonus card for that round. But you just keep playing like that. And there's different ways to score points by having different influence at different houses or just different cards in your hand. But basic deck builder, but that twist of that battleground and adding troops is pretty sweet.
Yes.
And like many games, it also has asymmetrical player abilities that you can start with.
Yeah.
And there's an expansion, which I think is pretty great, actually. It adds a couple of new spots and changes some of the spots. And yeah, it's a game that I do not play enough.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Sure. My number 23 is Dune Imperium.
Oh! Really?
Yep.
Get out!
I was just thinking, oh, wait, what?
That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
So
yeah,
cool.
I agree. This is so cool. Like, it's very basic deck builder. So you start with the same hand of cards with a leader, right? And it's just so cool because you go different direction of your strategy. And then it could be stronger, could be weaker. And it just so cool.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
the
fantastic.
worker placements and all the agents is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. Wow, cool. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. That was really close.
Yeah.
Wow, almost. My number 23 is a game that I knew I was going to enjoy, but the first time I played it was like, wow, I really enjoy this game. Taverns of Tiefenthal. Love it. I love this game.
Let's go to the bar.
Yeah, I mean, all these games that are coming up on my list, I love them all.
Mm-hmm.
Taverns of Tiefenthal. It comes with different modules. I've introduced it to a few new players recently, and we just play the basic one without the modules in it. You don't need them all. They're great if you want. But what I love about this game is that, okay, yes, it's a dice drafting game, and I love dice drafting games. And you have little coasters, and you roll your dice.
Yeah, beer coaster.
Right? And you keep one, and then you pass the coaster, and then you keep going around until you've collected all your dice. Now, but this is what I love about this game. You have a board, and basically what you're doing is you're running an old tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And you are collecting different kind of cards to add to your tavern. At the beginning of each round, you start flipping over cards from your deck.
Yeah.
And you get to keep going, and you're adding them to the different spots in your tavern based on their occupations.
Yeah.
Because you have workers.
Yeah.
And you have customers.
Mm-hmm.
But you only have a certain amount of tables.
Mm-hmm.
So if you fill up all your tables, let's say you have 3 tables, and the first 3 cards you put down are 3 customers, you're done. You can't flip over any more cards. That's horrible. So you want to have quite a few workers in your hand. So then you've got dishwashers, you've got brewmasters, you've got all of these different cards that can come out. But as soon as you fill up your tables, you're done.
Yeah.
And then you have to start allocating your dice to do different things. Now, this is where the theme comes in, and I love it, is when you put dice on customers, you get money, right? Because they pay you.
Yeah.
When you put dice on your workers, they give you beer.
Mm-hmm. Because they serve beer
right?
at taverns.
But reverse that, the customers give you money, but you can use that money to buy workers because you have to pay your workers.
You have to pay them, yeah.
Your workers give you beer, but you can use that as currency to buy customer cards. So you have to have a really good balance. So you have to be able to pay your workers, you have to be able to feed your customer beer, but your customers give you money to pay your workers, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
It is so cool. And then you can upgrade your tavern by upgrading all the things in it and to get more beer and more tables, and it's so cool.
It is so awesome. I mean, later you can add like an entertainer and all other stuff, but the basic game is already very fun.
And it's dice drafting and dice placement, and I love that.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I love it. So, yeah, Taverns of Tiefenthal is fantastic.
Hands down. Okay.
Yeah.
My 22nd is Century Spice Road.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Again, I actually played this game on BGA first before we even got the copy. But so this is very classic. I think it's the first one of all the Century games. I almost want to get all of them.
Yeah,
There's
Gollum
so many.
and all the other ones. Yeah,
so cool.
Yeah.
But the basic Century row, Century Spice row is already very cool with like turmeric, saffron, cardamom, cinnamon, all that spices.
Wow. You remembered them all?
Of course.
Cool.
So in the game, it's very simple. There are some trading cards that has all the objectives, basically.
Recipes. It's recipe building.
What kind of spice and how many of them you need.
Because it's recipe building, but you also have a bunch of converters to convert your spices.
Yes. It's very fun, very simple, very thinky, I want to say.
To me, Century is what Splendor should have been.
Oh, look, they both on this
I know.
video.
And there's a reason why I think you would like, if you like Splendor, you like Century.
I love it.
But to me, there was always something missing in Splendor.
Mm.
And Century Spice Road did that for me.
Yeah. And the art is amazing.
Yep. Great
so
game.
cool. I love the arts.
Fantastic game, yeah. My number 22. Oh. This could be higher.
This face look like you want to play right now.
Yeah, and well, my problem is since we've made this list, we've added an expansion, which will push it higher.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Are you going to say Scythe?
No.
Oh.
Honey Buzz.
Oh.
Yeah. So I love Honey Buzz.
Yes.
We've recently added an expansion to it that I think pushes it higher on my list now. But I'm just talking about Honey Buzz with the base game.
Yeah.
Wow, I love Honey Buzz. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's got a really cool twist on it as well. It's beeples, because they're bees. Beeple placement, worker placement. But when you put a when you put a worker down,
yes.
you don't get to do the action. What you're doing is you're collecting a tile, and that tile has an action icon on it. But you still don't get to do the action. You're putting it in your beehive. When you, based on different patterns to make different honey, but when you put them in your hive and you complete or close in a perfect cell, then all of the icons around that cell trigger. That's when you do the actions.
Mm-hmm. That's what activates it.
Right? Yeah. That's what activates it. So you're not doing the actions when you put the beeple down. You're doing the actions later when they get activated.
Yeah.
And then that's a way you can get more meeples. Your bee goes foraging for different nectar, and those nectar go into your cells.
Yeah.
But they have different patterns and they produce different honey. So you're always thinking about how you're placing the tiles and what honey wants to go where. Yeah. And then when you finally produce honey, you can go to the market and you can complete orders or just sell at the market. And as you sell at the market, the values go down. And I love that in games, the economic aspect of it. And I could go on and on and on about everything I love about this game. The art is beautiful. The mechanics are fantastic. It's thinky. My brain hurts when I'm done. I love it.
And it's only 22? What in the world? What happened to 21, 20, 19, 18, and go up?
Because there's some pretty great games.
No.
Like I said, we've recently played the expansion.
Yeah.
Fall flavors. And I think with that expansion, this would be up higher.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. So good.
This is so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
22.
Play now.
Yeah. Yeah.
21, I'm gonna take you all to San Francisco. San Francisco. So, San Francisco.
Oh, that's the name of the game. Oh, yeah.
It's from Rebel Studio. Okay, so San Francisco, we are building in different districts in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's very cool. You're just placing or finalizing the projects and or take contracts. And it's got trolley as well. So you're going down different roads. It's so cool. I love it.
It's been so long since I played it. Isn't there also the trolley tracks that you have to get to stations and then you can build skyscrapers?
It's so fun. Yes, there are many things you can do.
Yeah.
And when the foundation runs out, that's when, it just triggers. It's so fun.
Yeah. It's been so long since I played that. We should play that again.
It is super fun every time we play.
Yeah. You know what? You know why it's probably not on my list? Because I'm still traumatized by having to put the little decals on every little trolley before we played it.
You probably need to take out that tweezer you got for Tiny Epic Games and just to kind of...
It's exactly what I did. Those little decals are tiny. I don't know why they just didn't print them on the trolleys.
Well, it's probably more economical.
I guess.
It's fun though.
Fair. Yeah. You watching me. Okay, fair enough. Cool. All right, my number 21 also has some expansions, and I think the expansions really, really helped this game. And it is Wingspan. Another gorgeous, gorgeous game.
Yes.
Elizabeth Hargraves from Stonemaier Games. This is also a game that, like when my sister came to visit us, we introduced it to her. People who haven't played a lot of games, you can introduce this to them and it's great.
Yes.
But the basic idea of the game is you have different habitats that you're playing birds down. And as you're activating different rows by what action you're doing, you do your action and you put your cube in that row, and then you walk your cube down all the cards that you've already played there, and the ones that can activate down the row.
Yeah.
So as the game goes on, you actually have less cubes to play with each round, but your turns get way stronger because you have more cards on your board that you're activating as you go through. It's a great engine builder. The game's beautiful. It's super fun. It's thinky enough, but easy enough to teach. Yeah, great. Wingspan.
The component is also very good. So.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Not to mention that, right? Because everyone already know.
Yeah.
It's like chocolate egg.
Oh yeah, the little Cadbury eggs or whatever they are. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So that was my number 21, Wingspan.
That's awesome.
That's it. Yeah.
It will probably be on my later list, but we'll see.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is it.
Yeah.
Our 21 to 30.
Yeah. We only have 2 more videos to go.
Yes. What are on yours? And have you tried Pub Meeple yet to rank your games? Go try it. Leave a comment and tell us what you think. Until next time.
Go ahead and get another game off of your nerd shelves.
Take care.
Bye.